All right, guys, here we go. It's Anthony here, Super Duty Service. I've got Seymour Signs. Seymour Signs truck is in, and we have got some stuff going on here. First off, let's look at the glow plugs. We got all the glow plugs and injectors out. Look how charcoal, how burnt the glow plugs are. Passenger side only. Driver's side looks normal. Now, they're burnt. Look at them. I mean, I don't know about the glow plug sleeves, man. I don't know. I mean, it's not sealing. They're not sealing. I mean, combustion is getting into the head, which, who knows? I mean, it could have been just from combustion inside of the engine on the passenger side bank. That's how they're supposed to look, like that. See, they're a little burnt, a little dark on the end from some heat. Look at that one. Just charred up. And all three of them. Now, the kicker is, these injectors have been replaced before. Number 8 and number 6, or number 4, look to be newer. You can tell by how, see the difference in that plastic right there, that plastic and that plastic, how it's a little newer. So, looks like these 3 and these 2 were replaced. With, I mean, we're talking a long time ago, though. These have been replaced too, but that's a real long time ago. I mean, it's got years and years and years worth of use on these injectors. From what it looks like, these 2 were replaced. Number 2 and number 6 were replaced, and then more time has passed, and then number 7 was replaced. And then we've got these. Well, who knows? It doesn't freaking matter. Who really cares? But the problem is number 3 glow plug is stuck in the bore. So that's not even it. That's not even it, guys. Number 3 glow plug is stuck in the bore. Let's walk over here. We should have, what do you see in here? Let's scoot over a little bit. All right. The big issue we've got right now, guys, let's turn this light on. Boom. All right. So, now in hindsight, it all comes together now in hindsight. Now, the pump's bolted, the pump's down, it's good. Everything's bolted down, everything's tight. So, the main shaft on the high pressure pump failed. So, I mean, I've only seen it one other time. I mean, this is by far, this is not. Here, let's look at a view over here. Can you even tell? Let's see. One thing is, we'll just hope that it didn't screw up the crankshaft, the camshaft. You see it? Look here. Okay. So in hindsight, we had metal in the oil. We did not have the flakes of metal that a lifter normally has. So, you know, I was like, well, it could have been a rod bushing. That's what I was thinking. I've seen quite a few rod bushings spin, chew onto the side of the freaking the piston, and then chews on some of the rod, you know, as it bounces back and forth. It just makes metal. I've seen that before. I was thinking maybe that's what we've got going on, because this metal flake is too fine for lifter failure. It's just too fine. And you know, I had that in the back of my mind, but I didn't really think much of it, because, you know, either way, at the end of the day, it doesn't freaking matter. There's metal in the oil. It's got to come apart. Now, on the other side of that coin, could we just replace this pump and ride? You tell me, guys. That's not how I roll. But I tell you what, if we yank the front cover off, hang on. Okay, we're just kind of looking around the cylinder. Here, push that light. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Bear with me here. Hang on. All right. Trying to look at the glow plug here, so bear with me. Here, let me do it with both hands. Set the camera down. Hang on. All right, we can't really see much, but you can kind of see the cylinder walls. But if this glow plug is stuck in the bore, Okay. We got a glow plug stuck in the bore. We kind of got a whole crap storm of, you know, look at all the metal there. And then shaft obviously failed. So if we pull this cover, hang on. Holy crap, guys, I just got an email. Guess what? I'm not going to show you too much of it because, you know, it's some of it is in confidence. My tickets are gone. Gone. Hell yes. Ed, you are awesome. All right, so back to this. I'm going to pull this wear ring off real quick. Hang on. All right, guys, we'll pull this on, and we'll go ahead and yank the wear ring, and then, hey, hand me the backwards pliers. Then we'll pull this pump off, and here, take this whole thing. Here you go. Okay. Now let's pull the pump real quick, and we'll see what we got. Yeah, granted, that's not a recommended. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Give me some. All right, hang on, guys. We got to get a different tool. Hang on. All right. Yeah, recommended is what it is. Whatever. This is absolutely screwed up. We're probably going to be doing a front cover. By whatever means necessary to get this pump out. Oh yeah, it's scored to hell. Damn. Oh, something big went through it. You might turn the flash on. Hit that flash button right there. Yep. Look at that one. Mm-hmm. That score right there. There's another big spot right there. Another big spot where the vice grips grab a hold of it and ripped it out of the truck. Boy, it's sharp on the edge. You can kind of see it. It's sharper than normal. It's like it's been cut, obviously. That just real quick. Now let's. Now you can see the. I mean, a lot of that's would be for just wear, but that's excessive. That's more than wear. You can feel those lines in it. It's had metal just ran through it. Let's see how the front cover looks. Here you go. That's shop towel. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Let's get in here and let's look at this front cover. This will decide if it will survive or if we're going to need a new front cover. The bonus would be that it was minuscule. It was fine particles. The OD of it is pretty worn. Okay, honestly, I know some of you might cringe on this, but I probably would say that we could probably reuse that front cover. I mean, yeah, you might lose a little bit of oil pressure, but we'll put a new oil pressure regulator in it. But I mean, a cover's $500 or 400 some odd bucks. So I mean, if you want to go ahead and throw 400 at it, I ain't mad at you. You know, it'd probably be. I mean, you know, it wouldn't be a really bad thing, but I can tell you, I've seen way worse than this with the truck running. That will not keep the truck from running, but it will lessen, you know, we might take a couple of pounds off the oil pressure, which kind of sucks, but I don't know. I mean, we'll just decide. I have seen way worse than that. You know, they're not a gouge. It might look like it's scratched, but it's just a little scratch, which don't take that wrong and say that y'all guess it. You think that I put junk together here, but I can tell you there's things we can throw money at and there's things that we don't need to throw money at. And I'm not too sure that I would throw money at that. So, but all right, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get this valve glow plug out. Hang on just a second. Okay, I about cleaned it up, guys, but I should have showed it. We got a little bit of black, what you'd call metal in the system going on. What we're gonna do is clean the lines out. I'm gonna flush the evaporator core. I will flush that. Everything else gets replaced. We're gonna put a new compressor on it, a new accumulator, a new condenser, flush the lines out. I flushed this out too. It's a pretty involved process, brake clean, shopped air, compressed air, and a shop vac. That thing will be shining freaking clean when we're done. But hang on. Holy shit, guys, that shit was seized in there. Just burnt, nasty crap. I screwed the threads up pulling it out, so that ain't because of the head. That sucks. Nasty. Here you go. Nasty crap. All right, I'm just kind of doing a little look around before we get too carried away. Right now, basically, we need to decide which way to go. Do I yank the front cover off and just throw some WD-40 or something and clean out the galleys and not disassemble the engine? I don't know. I mean, we could have this thing back together and running in 2 days. So I don't know what to do. I mean, go ahead and yank the heads, machine it, pull it, do everything. Do we do lifters? You know, we definitely, I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was my truck, I'd absolutely be pulling it out and doing lifters. And then we're going to look at the cylinder walls and we're going to be like, oh, there's some shading at the top. They could look better. And then we're going to wind up rebuilding the whole thing. So that's what happens. I mean, when we want to scrutinize the cylinder walls, we're going to rebuild. Or we don't even look at the cylinder walls and we button it back up and we put a pump in it and clean it up and let it ride. So it's one or the other. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, if it was my truck, I'd be rebuilding it. You know, there's a lot of metal that ran through it, so the lifters are definitely worn. You know, there's a lot of wear that went on inside this engine throwing that freaking parts of that pump. So, you know, because when metal from the pump, when metal gets introduced into the engine from the pump right there, that metal rubs with other parts in the engine. Then it rubs parts off that. That metal makes more metal, and that makes more metal. It's a compounding effect. Where you have oil that's supposed to cushion between two metal surfaces, and you get a piece of metal in between there, then I don't know if you're following me, but keep up if you can. Metal in the oil will make more metal in the oil by just friction. So I don't know. I mean, everything's on the table. I'll give it a couple minutes. We'll go ahead and upload this. Absolutely, that's the reason why it wasn't running. You know, we haven't went too far yet. I mean, I wanted to clean it anyways. I like to take it all apart because it's a bucket truck. This is a bucket truck, guys. See the boom up there, all up above it. So that's why we were gonna yank the engine out the front, worst case scenario. But we are not any farther disassembled than, I mean, really, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to replace from here, but we absolutely need a new pump. So, all right, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna upload this video and chew on this shit. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and yank that pump out. So, hang on. All right, guys, just unbolted it, lifted it out. Ready? Here. Let's just set it right here. Let's see if I can pull it out. Look how crooked it is. Holy freaking crap, man. Can you see it? I wonder why this thing wasn't pumping any oil. Anybody know? That shows it right there. Yeah, it's a little off. I mean, just a little bit. I mean, damn. Here, take it. That's a freaking 4 if I'd ever seen one. Now, all right, I figured I'd show that. That's it. Now we're pretty much, we can keep disassembling, absolutely. It kind of worries me how those glow plugs were burnt in the bores in this head. I mean, you know, I absolutely do not, well, on all the years we've been doing it, glow plug sleeves are not something that we have issues with. Let me just tell you that. Okay, so, yeah, shit. I would almost be willing to say, like injector cups and stuff like that, we don't have issues with them. I've done a whole bunch of engines with leaving the injector cups in. If we have a damaged injector cup, then we'll replace it. But as far as that being like a wear item, injector cups and glow plug sleeves are not wear items. And anybody that says they do, that's fine. You know, they bought all the stuff and they want to charge more money for the service. That's fine, whatever. I'm not mad at them. That's fine. You know, as long as you get them out and get them back in good, then who cares? But, you know, I've never fixed a truck that had an issue caused by a glow plug sleeve. Now, I have had issues with injector cups before where they were all busted and broke from tightening multiple crush washers, but whatever. So, I don't know. I thought that's just a quick rundown of what the hell's going on in this second bay. Seymour Signs is, they're hurt. It's damaged. Let's decide where to go from here. Do we go ahead and put a pump in it, button it back up, let it ride, put an oil cooler in it, maybe pull the front cover, pull the galley plugs? Who knows, guys? I don't know. I mean, we can do whatever. We can yank this engine out, rebuild the whole damn thing. You know, we can do it. I mean, there's that metal went through everything. So, long video. Tell you, if it was my truck, I'd rebuild it. That's what I would do if it was mine. But, you know, it ain't my money, so I can suggest anything I want. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good day.